Hello and welcome to another character idea for Fabula Ultima. This one is the Metamorphist. I'll explain why I call it that later, it will make sense, but this is a guide by Fabula Points. Me! As you can tell from the pictures I've got up, this is going to be using the Chimerist and the Symbolist. Symbolist is from the Atlas book, so you'll need both books to be able to do this character. But the reason I've chosen these is with my handy matrix that I mentioned last time. So this is a list of all of the classic characters in both books and how often they come up in use. So like this summoner uses an Arcanist, it uses a Spiritist, and that's it. So we add all the points up and we saw that Chimerist and Darkblade both were only used once. So I used the Darkblade in my Revenger build, so we're going to say that the Metamorphist is going to use both the Chimerist and it's going to use the Symbolist. So that means at the minimum we've got two, and I can start to build from there. So jumping straight in, we're going to go to the character sheet as per normal. We've done this quite a few times by now. So the Metamorphist, pronouns are he/him, just because that's my pronouns. Identity. So we're going to say he's like the Beastmaster kind of. Well, not really a Beastmaster. He learns a lot from beasts. So one with beasts. He's going to focus a lot on the Chimerist spell mimic to capture things. His theme is going to be nature, and his origin is we'll just say environmentalist. Cool. So we're gonna kind of fly through the bits until we get to the actual build. So bonds, as per usual, we don't have any. That's done through gameplay. Fabula points, everyone starts with 3. Experience points, everyone starts with 0. So equipment, everyone starts with 500 Zenit, and then we pay for equipment. So let's have a look at the main sheet. So let's go. Why can't I? For some reason, it's not letting me. Huh. Okay, I can't for some reason move everything over. So equipment, that's fine. We're gonna start with a staff in our main hand. The staff is willpower plus willpower, and it does a high roll plus 6 physical damage. Should we bonk someone with it, which isn't that important. So that's gonna take us down to 400 Zenit. And then the armor we're gonna choose is we're gonna go for Sage Robe just because we have the money and we don't really want to wear armor. So this is Dex die plus 1, Insight die plus 2, and then initiative modifier is minus 2. Okay. So the Sage Robe costs 200? Yeah, so we've got 200 left, which is quite a decent amount of Zenit. We're going to do the stats, then we're going to go back to this. So stats, dexterity, we're going to go d6 for dexterity and might. We are going to be a spellcaster, so insight is going to be d10 and willpower is going to be a d10. Which means our defense, which is the dex die plus 1, is going to be 7, and our magic defense, which is the ins die plus 2, is going to be 12. So we're going to have much better magical defense than we do normal defense. Cool. Inventory points, everyone starts with 6. Cool, let's just get straight into it. So the class we're going to use is obviously the Chimerist. So we need to go to the Chimerist page. Chimerist. So the way the Chimerist works, I've explained it in my Chimerist video, but basically this spell mimic means that whenever we see a beast, monster, or plant species cast a spell, you can choose to learn that spell as a Chimerist spell, and you record the spell. You can choose either Insight or Willpower or Might plus Willpower. We're going to choose Insight. From now on, offensive Chimerist spells will use that. You can have up to skill level plus 2 different Chimerist spells memorized this way. So this is going to be our bread and butter for what we're actually gonna be doing with our Chimerist. So let's move this over because for some reason I can't. Ooh, is it gonna let me now? Let's go. Why is that PDF not showing in that list? Is it gonna let me? No. There we go. Finally. Okay. So I like that on the left. I'll take the other one on the right. Cool. Don't know what happened there. I apologize. Not very professional of me, but I'm gonna keep going. So character level. Everyone starts at level 5, and we're gonna go 4 levels into Chimerist and 1 into Symbolist. But the Symbolist is why we're calling ourselves the Metamorphist. So we're gonna go Chimerist. I'd like to do a slash 4. Free benefits of the Chimerist is MP plus 5 and ritualism rituals. Cool. So I like to put skills that we only take once at the top and skills we take multiple times lower down. It's just a me thing. Consume is fine. I'm not against consume, but we're not going to use it. So we're going to start with feral speech. Only 1 point in that. Communicate with beast, monster, and plant. So this means we'll be able to talk to a lot more things, which is pretty cool. We're going to do ritual chimerism. 1 point in that. So perform chimerist rituals, and then we're going to take spell mimic. 2 in that. So we'll know or be able to learn 4 spells. So for those of you who didn't watch my Chimerist video, basically how the spell mimic works, when a beast, monster, or plant casts a spell, we can instantly copy it, and we can know up to skill level plus 2 different Chimera spells at once. So we have access to 4 because we've put 2 skill points in it. You don't start with any spells; it has to be cast in front of you. So this is as much as we can add for the Chimerist right now. But anytime one of them casts a spell, we can copy it straight away. And also, if we decide we want other spells, like if we reach our 4 and then a 5th one comes along that we really want and we don't have the points in Spell Mimic to learn it, we can just forget one, which is quite handy. So let's move on to the Symbolist. So the Symbolist, we've only got 1 level left, so I haven't covered the Symbolist in a video yet. It is on my to-do list, but it's very far down on my to-do list. So inventory points plus 2 is that. So we can now finish our stats. So our HP is might, which is 6, times 5, which is 30, plus level, which is 5, plus other. We don't have another, so that's 35. Our crisis, we round down, so it's 17. Current is 35. Magic points is willpower, which is 10 times 5, which is 50. Plus level, which is 5, plus that, plus the Chimerist, so we start with 60. Not 30, 60. Cool. So Symbolist, we are going for symbolism. So I'm going to explain this in more detail because I don't have a video on it. So each time you acquire this skill, you learn 2 symbols. You can have up to skill level plus 1 symbols active at the same time. So you could know 2, but I'll be able to have 2 active because I'm taking 1 skill in this. If you create more while at your limit, you must first choose and destroy some of your previous symbols. You may perform the inventory action and spend 2 inventory points to create a symbol you've learned and choose either to apply the symbol to yourself, apply it to an ally, or perform a free attack with a weapon you have equipped that deals no damage, but you apply a copy of the chosen symbol to each enemy hit by the attack, and each one counts as a single symbol. So when we bonk someone with our staff, by using this, we can apply the symbol with said bonk. So let's go symbolism, 1, no 2 symbols, and then we can track how many there. Cool. So you're all probably thinking, why am I calling this Metamorphist when we'll be able to copy spells and we're not changing anything? It is 100% to do with this one symbol, the symbol of metamorphosis. So this symbol is created purely for the Chimerist, synergizes incredibly. So what happens is when you create this symbol, choose a species, beast, construct, demon, elemental, monster, plant, or undead. The creature bearing the symbol is treated as belonging to the chosen species for the sake of skills and effects instead of the normal species. Symbol cannot be applied to player characters. So what this means is, if we were facing like a humanoid, say, we could hit them with the symbol of metamorphosis. We could say they were a beast, for example, and then now our spell mimic, we can learn spells from beasts. So if we encountered like a human spellcaster, we would be able to instantly copy any spells they cast if we put this symbol on them, which is amazing. So let's add this to Arcana and spells. So we go symbol of metamorphosis. MP, it's not MP, it's 2 inventory points. So targets 1 per attack. Duration, the duration of symbols is until dismissed. So let me just capitalize that so it looks better. So there are the only ways to remove the symbol. Where is it? It's up here somewhere. Yeah, is like if you die, if you choose to remove it, or if a villain spends an Ultima point. So grand bosses will be able to remove this, but most normal people can't. So symbol of metamorphosis. Let's once again tidy this up, like we do with every single one of our builds. Cool, so that's the one symbol. Now your second symbol is completely up to you. I will go through each symbol in detail when I get to the symbolist build, but the one I would pick is one of my favorites, symbol of despair. So symbol of despair, when the creature bearing the symbol recovers hit points and or mind points during conflicts, instead they only recover half the normal amount. So I would slap this on a boss, and then I'd watch him rage when he tries to use Ultima points to recover MP, things like that, and he just can't. Or he can, but he gets a lot less, and then he has to spend a lot more, and then he's more likely to die because he doesn't have any spare to be able to retreat. I'll go over Ultima points in another time as well. I haven't really gone over any rules. I think I need to. But yeah. Anyway, so we've got two different symbols, one to stop people from recovering, one to mean that we can learn more spells from more people. So if you would have seen my Chimerist build, you would have seen that one of the heroic skills means that you can also learn symbols from constructs, demons, and elementals. Um, and undead, I think, as well. Yeah, and undead. Basically everything but humanoids. But this symbol, the symbol of metamorphosis, which is why we call it the metamorpher, lets you learn from everything if you apply it to it. So you don't really need um, that heroic skill. I keep forgetting what it's called. Cool. So let's finish off the spell list. We don't have access to any of the martial weapons or anything like that. I just haven't filled that in. Don't know why. D6, D10. And then the other things we've got down here, we got rituals. So we have chimerism rituals and we have ritualism rituals. We don't have any heroic skills yet. And this is just more arcana and spells. So we are done. So that, ladies and gentlemen, is the Metamorphist. It is basically a raw chimerist that dips into the symbolist so that we can get access to the symbol of metamorphosis. So right from the start, we are able to get a wider range of spells than usual. So yeah, I've never known how to end videos properly, so I'm just going to say thank you all very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.